What's good, YouTube? I know it's crazy that I'm back with another video so fast, but it's because we're back in the Proam. What can I say? Teams look like they really starting to lock in. I'm ready to complete the goal. I said the last video, the goal is to play against Black Market. I think they're the best Proam team on 2K right now at this moment, led by Joe knows, as everybody knows. But it's not like a easy challenge. It's a lot of things that go into it. One, talking about guys that match up and play for money. They're streaming every night at certain times, so they only get on the game at certain times. It's a lot of factors that go into trying to complete this goal. And to be honest with you, I'm not even sure if we can actually complete the goal this year. But the best way I know how to do it is just to build some buzz. If we can become a top-rated Pro-Am team, let's just say we ranked in the world, number 97, 98 in the world. Cool. You just build off of that momentum. Most of the top teams in the Pro-Am space, a lot of them don't even play for the rankings. Guys that you would consider pros, people that played in a 2K league and all that stuff, they have a Discord. They match up against each other. They play these tournaments every night, every weekend. 2K for them is their job. It would never be that for me. It's never going to be that serious. This goal is far-fetched. And to be honest with you, sometimes when you're trying to achieve things in life, you got to think outside the box. You got to take risks. You have to go for it. I don't think you can just go through the motions in life in general and think you're going to get to where you want to go. You have to take risks. There's an upside and a downside to it. And a lot of times, most people look at the downside, which is why they never take the risk. Me, I have learned over time. I've learned through mentors. I've learned through great people that I met in my life. Go for it. Even if it fails, you learn through the mistake. And all you're going to do is bounce back and be better equipped next time you go after the same goal. And a lot of times people have too many goals and like they're trying to do too many things. They have aspirations to do this one thing and they start doing it, realize how hard it is, then they start over. And they just continue their process their entire life and never really achieve one thing. There's a saying out there that says don't put all your eggs in one basket, but I think that's the best way to get successful is to put all your eggs in one basket and just keep doing that one thing until it works. A lot of things are crazy until it works, and then once it works, you consider it genius. For some people, it takes days. For some people, it takes months. For some people, it takes years. It takes years. But once you achieve it, all of a sudden, you're not crazy anymore. Everything you ever said along the way, all the people that doubt you, all of a sudden look at you like you high and mighty and you know everything you're talking about. No, it's just, if you stick with something, there's no way to be bad at something for that long. I never could understand how people could play 2K all day, every day and not get better at it. To be honest with you, I almost have to try to be bad if you play it all day, every day. There's no way. There's no way you can get put in the same situation, getting the same result, and you never try to change it. For example, for a 2K reference, let's just say somebody's no dipping in the corner. And they're constantly no dipping in the corner. And they keep making a shot. At first, you're like, okay, it's a good shot. Next thing you know, you'll move in closer. Try to get a better contest. That's natural. But if you sit there and just keep letting the man no dip and he keep making a shot, there's nothing to complain about. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you'll see them shoot it once, and then you'll start timing it. You'll start timing when to jump. And at the point you start timing when to jump, all of a sudden you achieve success. Now, in the beginning, when somebody's telling you, yo, you got to jump at that, it might sound crazy. But once you start seeing the results because you got better at timing, you kept seeing the same thing over and over again, you're going to be successful. Now you created a good habit. That's what it is for the 2K team at this present moment. We're playing against a pretty talented team today. I'm pretty sure this point guard, he's a Twitch streamer, got a little bit of buzz or whatever. And the way they play basketball as a team, I think is really, really good. Now, here's where trust, commitment, dedication to each other as a team comes together. When this game started off, I saw the shooting guard who you see lit up right now. I saw him make one dribble move that was like a pretty good move, and I told my lockdown, I said, hey, let me guard him. The only reason why I said this is not that I don't trust him to guard him. I trust Strap to guard anybody. But the reason why I said let me guard him is because a lot of times when guards are really good at scoring and playing one-on-one, which is my game, I suck at the off ball. Like, so if I have to sit there and watch him dribble and I'm guarding his point guard that's going to sit out there and knock down every catch and shit, like I would have been a terrible defender in this moment. It would have been better for me to just guard and play defense the way I want to play it versus me trying to help play defense, because if I have to help play defense, I'm not just watching my man, I'm literally watching everybody on the court. Like for me, when I play 2K, literally every single possession, I'm watching everything that happens on the court. So every time you don't help the way you're supposed to, every time you don't move the way you're supposed to, every time you leave something open, I see it. And when I see it, it causes me to freeze and it causes me to mess up, because I'm trying to tell everybody else what to do. You know, that's just how I play. That's how I see the game. That's why I like something that, like the smallest thing that happened, and I tell my team, hey, I saw that you did this. Can you do this next time? Because if everybody does everything correctly, I'd never say anything. You know, it's been times where teams have made good plays, they scored, and I just tell the team, hey, that was great defense. That was just a better play. It is what it is. It's part of playing 2K. It's part of getting better. The only thing I'm looking at the team at this point is lineups. Just the lineup. Simple as that. It's just the ability to be able to put 5 out there no matter what. We're not there yet. And what bothers me about that the most is the fact that we've been doing this for years, and I understand life happens, circumstances happen. You know, I told my team a while ago, because now, like, that they're getting older, they have families, they're having kids and things of that nature. I told them I ain't got no sympathy. I told them this, like, I did, like, the fact that I've been doing this for years at this position, playing point guard, I had to do it with 2 kids in my arms, you know, ex-wife screaming in the background, all this, like so many distractions, phone going off that you can think of, and I still had to go out there and play well enough for the team to win. Right? So now that my kids are older and I'm free to play and maneuver, I have no sympathy for anybody else that's going through life challenges. Obviously, 2K is not the most important thing. Family is far more important. It is. You know, I'm not trying to discredit anything that somebody's going through. I really don't. You know, I'm the one that tells the team, take breaks. You know, go enjoy life. You know, go do things outside of 2K, which is why we don't play enough as it is. You know, so. But at the end of the day, when we're here on this game for this hour and a half that we play, you kind of have to sacrifice for the team, because it's not just you that's on playing. You got 4 other grown people who's sacrificing their time as well to try to come together and do something special. So at a certain point, you should be able to play 2K with distractions. Just should. You know, it's part of it. It happens. Somebody could be bringing food to the door. I mean, obviously, if something's going on with the kids and you got to get out, totally understandable. But, hey, it is what it is. There's no excuses. Play through distractions, and you still got to be able to get the same effort. I have no sympathy. I didn't. So it's possible, is what I'm saying. And that also goes back to me saying if you do something long enough, it's impossible not to be good at it. Like a distracted me playing 2K is still better than like 80% of the 2K players out there. It just is. That's the truth. So coming up on this halftime right here, as you can see, we have a lead and we're playing against a really good team. I'm getting to a point where I'm appreciating again because it's been a while since it's happened. Where I'm starting to appreciate my teammates willing to learn. Starting to appreciate it. We have been a very good team, especially in other 2Ks. We were so good that we never really had to talk or discuss or say anything. And then I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit there and cuss them out over a video game. That's just not my style. But I'll say something. You know, if you fucking up at this point, I just tell them straight up who it is. Like, you know, the funny thing is, we was playing rec the other day. We was winning the game, and probably had like 8 seconds left. In those 8 seconds, we was up. Well, no, let me put it like this. So basically, it was 8 seconds left. We was up 3. The other team hit a 3, tied the ball game. So we had 8 seconds to try to win the game. I already had in my mind, I had Blaze cutting out the back left corner. And I was going to send him at the right time so we can win the game. Cool. Montage was the power forward. He came up and set a screen. And then in the midst of him setting the screen, dude ran him over. He got 2 free throws. It's like 6 seconds left. Montage missed both free throws. Team outbreaks the ball, knocks down a 3 to win the game. Tough loss. Montage felt like he was responsible, and I told him, hey, we played the entire game. You cannot say that game comes down to 2 free throws. There's so many plays I look at within the game where if we did this or did that, could have prevented us from being in that situation. Now, not to say that he shouldn't knock down the free throws. Yeah, definitely knock down the free throws. But the thing I looked at, did we get back on defense off the missed free throw? And I look back at it, I got back because it's ingrained in me to do so. Did everybody else do it? That second person that's in the backcourt with me, did they do it? No. And it led to a wide open 3 on a break because we're trying to scramble to get back as opposed to having the right personnel back already. If we was back already, we probably could get a steal because they're rushing, or at least in the game in the overtime. So that's why I say, yeah, 2 free throws suck, but it's the little things that I'm looking at to make the difference in the game. And if we're not going to do that, it don't matter what it came down to. A lot of times it's not about winning or losing. It's just about how it's done. Can we do it the right way? There's a correct way to lose. You know? And that's the best way to do it sometimes. So, in this particular game, it was about maintaining what was working. Because defensively, it's hard to tell because it looks like they're playing man-to-man defense. And for the most part, like it's some concepts of that, but they're in a 3-2 zone. And the reason why I can tell they're in the 3-2 zone is just based off the rotations, the way they're biting down to help, but nobody's committing. This guy guarding me, who's mainly a scorer, even though he has really good defense, it does not matter how great the defense is if you can't make adjustments throughout the game. This team made none. You know, obviously, I told y'all I made an adjustment early. I switched myself on to play defense on one of their primary scorers. And even though he was scoring here and there, for the most part, I felt like I forced enough misses to give us a chance. when you play lockdown, it's not necessarily about trying to stop somebody from scoring. I think a lot of times lockdowns mess that up. Like they're applying so much pressure that they're literally trying their hardest to prevent you from scoring. I don't look at it like that. It's 5 people on the court. Why should I have to play one-on-one defense when I got 4 other individuals who can help me jump this thing? Like, dude, I wonder if people understand when I say, like, the way I'm defending, I'm trying to force him to make bad passes and bad decisions. As you can see, a lot of times I'm getting deflections. I can come down and get a steal, things like. It's because I'm guarding him in a way that says, I just want somebody else to beat us, and I got 4 other people that got my back. So we're not going to allow you to dictate the way this game goes. And then I watch other people play defense, and they're playing so aggressive, but they're not forcing turnovers. They're not forcing bad passes. They're not forcing bad shots. Like, in a sense, they're playing one-on-one defense against a highly talented offensive player. And if they're not getting consistent stops, we're screwed. Now, a lot of times I tell people, back up. You know, that player gonna do whatever they're gonna do anyway. Just back up. Like, if you notice, every time this guy dribbles, I never come up. I always stay back in between him and the basket. You know, I never put myself in position to get crabbed. Even if I was like going out on the screen, I still would stay under and trust that the person in the middle knows when to jump. Because the moment you get by a defender, that's when everything else opens up. Everything. So, like, why try your hardest to try to stop him from scoring and play so aggressive when he's going to score anyway? Like, the build I got right now, I got a 93 ball and I never shoot threes. But why do you think I have a 93 ball? It's just in case you leave me open enough, I can knock it down. But as long as you see me with a 93 ball, guess what? You're going to play ultra aggressive. When you play ultra aggressive, I'm going to beat you to the rim. It doesn't matter which 99 defense, 99 speed, none of that matters. I'm going to beat you. Because if you pressing up with me so hard and I can't get by you with dribbling, well, if you pass the ball, it moves faster than the defender. So I'm going to just pass it and go back and get it and get an easy ball. Like, you're not going to be able to stop that playing that aggressive. And then on top of that, once I get takeover or even close to takeover, I'm just way too fast for you to do that. Way too fast. So you're essentially trying to use strength in a game that's based off speed. That's all this game is speed. So coming up in the 4th quarter right now, only thing I want to do, honestly, is just not necessarily hold on to the lead, but I want to see if we can range it enough to get to a certain point. And this is something I learned playing 1v1 long time ago, because I used to play with like a point forward, and I used to have to guard these small ass guards with a 99 3 ball, right? So that's like 2K17, 18, 6, like it'd be these small ass guards 99 3 ball, and I'm using like a 6'9" nigga. So I had the advantage of always being able to score too, because a lot of times they didn't have defense. But what had happened was I had to hit so many 2s before they start knocking down 3s. And if I scored enough 2s to get to 21 before they can knock down, 7 3s, I knew I was going to win the game. So a lot of times I went in the game like 22 to 15, 22 to 18. Every once in a while I'm forcing them to take the 2 because I'm literally sitting on the 3-point shot to the point where I'm not even thinking about you going into the paint at all. They'll run down there. I wouldn't jump. They'll run back out. I'm sitting on them at the 3-point line. By that time, the clock runs. And I only had to play defense for so many possessions to know I'm going to win the game, because I had a guaranteed layup on my side of the ball. So I started applying that same thing when we play this. So right now, 60 seconds left. I'm thinking in my mind, as long as I can get a layup every single time, it won't matter how many threes they hit because they don't have enough time to beat us. You know, and then once you start forcing threes, like I said, you get a couple of misses. All I gotta do is go down and make a layup. That's it. I go down, make a layup. I get 2 points. It's less time on the clock. And then, like, now they still going for threes. Now, don't get me wrong. Teams are talented. Eventually, they're going to get threes or they're going to do this. They got to go take the 2. Right? Teams are very talented. Guys have 99 3 ball. Like, they're going to make some bullshit if they can get an open look. Right there, good pressure, steal 3. But like I said, it's going to happen. There's no way around it. It's not bad offense. It's not bad deep. Like, it's just, that's the way the game is. And for me, I just got to go down, knock down 2. So here go the free throws, knock down 2. That puts us up 5. So even if they come down and knock down another 3, it's only 16 seconds. And at this point, you're just weighing out the end of another game versus them trying to, like, go for a 3-quarter. And before you know it, the game is over, and that's how you win the game. There's little stuff that makes a big difference at the end. And I'm glad we're tapping into that as a team. I'm proud of what I'm seeing. Now, the question I always ask at this point, is this sustainable? It's close. It's close. It's really close. We'll see what happens in the next few games. I actually got a video I can't wait to put out. So anyway, it's been lethal. I thank everybody that's been supporting the channel, supports me, and still watching my videos. Love you guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.